Pulicat sends in good stuff, absolutely. Great player. And he's in the daring. The New Year's camo. This is what he was using last time, too, so he's probably just trying to get rid of it. Kind of a neat looking, interesting looking bridge area there. British always love their open air bridges and stuff like that. I guess it's like the smell of the sea. So this is 2 double turrets in the front, 1 double turret in the back. Fun thing about them is that they all rotate 360 degrees. So you can look this way, you can switch to this side, you can switch to this side. Matter, they'll turn. It's got single fire torpedo capability. It's got smoke and hydro and everything except for speed boost. It's also got repair party. So anyway, flags, anti-det, fire chance and flood chance, repair party booster, free XP booster, fire chance, and speed. All good choices. Couple spots available for additional flags. Fire reduction is a good one. If you get set on fire, you want that to be gone as quickly as possible so you don't have that detection bloom as a result. Run some of the other economic ones, of course. The consumable reload one would be very handy for the daring as well. Anti-det is a good signal for everything. But absolutely for Salem. I saw Salem get detonated today, actually. I think it was by a Khabarovsk or something silly. Oh, this is obviously a top tier game because he's in a tier 10. He's got 5 battleships to be dealing with. Of those, First and the Bismarcks have Hydro. Minotaur is probably his biggest threat, though. If it's a radar Minotaur, especially. Rune and Kronstadt can be threats of the destroyers. He'll probably win a one-on-one fight with any of those. Hey, Congo. Yes, kill them all. Absolutely. Okay, what's Congo's experiment? I haven't heard about this. Now, with this being Epicenter, a lot of times you get everybody just charging into the middle, like you've got 2 destroyers on your team and 1 on theirs. But Pulicat wants to go around on the flank, and he wants to cover ships that aren't looking at him. He wants to go for ships that are looking at the middle, because that means that they're distracted. For example, this Bismarck isn't even looking his way. Do you notice how the guns are pointed towards mid? He's probably shooting the Ibuki right there. Which I don't blame him. I mean, it's an Ibuki, right? Now, the question is, will Pulicat start shooting? If he starts shooting, it's because he wants to get the Bismarck to turn and therefore expose more of the ship to his torpedoes. Her first behind the Bismarck. And of course that torpedo misses. Oh, okay. Player skill points, yeah. I've had plenty of games in 0-point captains because I forgot to, you know, redistribute the points after I did the free reset on them. And yeah, you can come out first place with that. It's really the player, it's the positioning, it's knowledge of the game matters the most. But I have a feeling that's what you're gonna find out with your experiment. AP here would be good. He's showing broad. Smoke ended, so of course he started moving. Fire continues to tick on the Bismarck. No, I'm sorry, on the Kurfürst. Bismarck has decided to go behind, or Kurfürst decided to go behind the island, so as you can see, Pulicat is getting ready for handling that. Now, if you get tired of those kinds of, you know, torpedo going on either side of a ship deal, the nice thing about this ship is that you can single fire the torps. And because of that, you can make sure that there is no real sizable gap. And I don't know, I get some perverse pleasure out of single firing these torps. I didn't before, I used to hate doing it. Next smoke coming out. This is a good opportunity now to farm the Kurfürst a little bit more. There's the next fire. Let's see if he DCPs that right away or not. Now you're hitting the same spot of the superstructure. I think going back would be a little bit of a good idea there. Try to get a second fire going on him. Although those torpedoes are probably going to ensure he DCPs. Yep, he DCP'd, so now you got a chance to get him back on fire again, of course. Have to be careful shooting there, because your smoke is now over. But I mean... Oh, Minotaur! Minotaur just got spotted. Gotta be careful here. We're also about to crash into an island. Minotaur is smoke Minotaur. Gearing torpedoed the Iowa, so you got a gearing in the area. That's something you have to be looking out for. Kurfürst actually might be fire prevention. Arsonist walls. Dumping shots into where the Akizuki is probably located. Guessing those are Aki shells. Could be the black, actually. It's probably the black. Those are probably black shells. Black, of course, has radar, so you have to be thinking about that. Not every black has radar, but it's a capability of the ship. Gearing spotted. This isn't too good because you got the Akizuki over there that could back them up, so you gotta be thinking about this carefully. Hydro would be a really good thing to use right now. Alright, you spotted one torp and therefore Hydro out. Good idea. You want to keep your cruisers alive, so spotting those torpedoes could help with Hydro. Now what Pulicat is doing here is he actually pulled out of his own smoke because he noticed the enemy destroyers were smoking. And he did that because he knew that he'd be safe sitting outside of his own smoke. Because their smoke was basically blocking their own vision on him. Here's your big brain play. Still, you can't sit here too long because you probably expect to see a bunch of torpedoes coming your way from at least one of those destroyers, if not both. Although gearing torqued recently, if I remember right. What? Okay, come on. And there's the torps that were coming towards. Smoke is a wonderful torpedo magnet. Look at that Minotaur. Minotaur missed the torps on the Bismarck. Single fire torps here. All missed. One hit. And the Akizuki getting gunned down now.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Still down on ships, down on points, down on hit points. Minotaur floods out the Bismarck and is still freaking alive. Minotaur takes out the Ibuki as well. Unbelievable. Alright, now it's time for Pulicat to engage the Hairy Pants. Pull him up, sir, pull him up. Using the smoke, the little explosions, try to plan out where that Ognivoy was. He is very darn low. Now he lost his engines as he was smoking, which meant that it took him a lot longer to slow down, and because of that he was spotted for longer. Took a little more damage as a result. Torpedoes coming from your friendly. Pulicat's on a mission now to kill this gearing. And maybe the Ognivoy as well. Come on, double strike. There it is. We got two of them. Suddenly, it's tied up 7-on-7. But the enemy team still has a significant health pool advantage. Your Massachusetts, though, just basically going right into B cap, saying, I'm taking this cap for America. See how helpful those 360-degree turrets are? He was able to switch sides now. No problem. And this black is going to die. He just doesn't know it yet. Ah. Good backup by the Rune there. Now he's within radar range of the Kronstadt, and you'll probably see him radar in a second. The first time this game, you've got a ship lead, you've got a point lead, you're still down on overall hit points. Montana hasn't been seen for a while, Rune hasn't been seen for a while, Bismarck hasn't been seen for a while. Oh, there's the Rune. Now when engaging a bow-on target, if he hasn't detected you, you can definitely go single-fire torps. Look at the Kronstadt, he's actually backing himself into an island. This is a great opportunity to use single-fire torps. You fire a couple like dead on target, one to the right, one to the left, one far right, one far left, in case he pulls out and turns. But I mean, you can land a lot of those things. Pulicat wants to make sure he gets that center cap, or it's the outer cap that he's working on now. It looks like. Pulicat is using second to last smoke here, trying to get that Bismarck down. There it goes for the Kraken. Kronstadt uses his radar, but it's a little bit too little too late. Kronstadt isn't even able to do anything with that radar himself because he ducked behind the island. Here's a good opportunity for him to send some torpedoes out. As Sea Raptor would like to say, it's a warm greeting. Montana is now coming around with the Rune. That's definitely going to be a threat, something that the group's going to have to watch out for, especially that Udaloy. But the Odoy is just kind of charging. Almost feels like, yep, he might try to do like a base rush, torpedo spam kind of a deal. And the rune basically said no. But he's gonna get a torp, it looks like. Torp on the bow, that's gonna force out the DCP. And you see Pulicat is getting prepared, I think, to smoke up. Although here comes some HE. Ugh, only one hit. Yep, there's the smoke. Benson now getting involved. He's going to get himself spotted and shot at, which is fine because that takes the pressure and heat off of Pulicat. Kronstadt chose to stay behind the island for a bit, but he's now going to give broadside to the Massachusetts shortly. Yep, there goes the Benson. Totally not expecting that at all. Tied up on ships again. High caliber Confederate again at the same time. Torpedo hit on the rear from the Benson. That's probably going to cause flooding. Looks like it did. So there's no point. I mean, you can sit and continue to farm him, I guess. But you've got that rune that's coming in. You got to be thinking about that too. Benson floods out. Yep. Montana. So now it's just Rune and Kronstadt left. Kronstadt's running away. Not really a threat. Comes down to, can he torpedo the Rune? There goes the Kronstadt secondaries from Massachusetts. Here come the single fire torps. You'll notice how Pulicat is getting behind the island here. Islands work kind of against you at times because if you're in close to an island, you don't get that that spotting bonus of being out in the open. The island actually works against you in that situation because it blocks your line of sight until they get so close they can't that they're going to spot you automatically. And that's what happened here. Those fortuitous torpedoes came in handy. Got a flood on him. Rune is using AP for some odd reason. So, congratulations. That's an easy kill for you, or easy thing to deal with. As Pulicat comes up with the W. Nice work, sir. Yeah, I would have thought he would have tried to flank the Rune too. My thinking was he wanted to try to get vision on him, kind of see where he was and that sort of thing. Alright, it is time to do next replay on our list, which is going to be Alzu's New Mexico battle in ranked. Ranked battles is over now, but still, it's a replay that is covered under this patch. Right, doing my next drawing now. Winner is Roar. Go, sir. Send me a message. I'll get you your code.